You don't even get an intro, guys. That's what you get, because that was my face all
What
night
the fuck
long.
did we just?
I mean, guys,
That was
all I
like
can
a
do is
bad
laugh.
dream.
It was so bad. It was everything that I said we shouldn't do. We did to lose that game, and we absolutely we're awful. I mean, it's laughable because it is. It was so bad. Mikey, get to the chat because I know they're ready. They're ready to talk.
This is not a game tonight that I was expecting. I expected more of an effort. Damn it. This is pathetic. Defense can't stop the run. That was the worst freaking trick play I've ever seen. What the hell's Brady doing, basically? Disgusting. Pathetic. How we miss our starters. Oh, my God. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah, remember, Scott, I was talking about Henry pregame, and I said, boy, we could sure use that guy. And you guys, he wouldn't fit this offense. Yeah, I think he would fit the offense.
I think he fits any offense.
He fits any offense. He's a 1-on-1, and he made his pay tonight.
We might have made it a game, but didn't call that stupid trick play that killed all the momentum.
Yeah, we're going to get into that. And I kind of agree away because the momentum was swinging. And momentum is everything in the NFL, Mikey. It's everything. Mm-hmm. I felt the second half, we kind of, the momentum was slightly switching over to the Bills' favor. And I have no idea what that call was about. I mean, it was a terrible call at a terrible time of the game.
Cycle jockey's right. Bills got taken them behind the woodshed tonight.
Oh, dude, we got that's why the title, by the way.
Poor Josh Allen, dude. He got his ass beat up all night.
Oh, we were the freshmen going into high school, and the seniors just absolutely bullied.
We were the seniors last week. We were the freshmen this week.
Yeah, we absolutely were. Listen, the Ravens team is a good team. Yeah, I mean, they're almost a 3-1 team. Right? They almost beat the Chiefs. It was very, very close. So let's not, get it twisted on the record. They are a solid team. However, we are too. And I don't feel like we came to play tonight. I don't think anyone, Mikey, came to play tonight. I don't think the coaching staff was prepared right. I didn't see any adjustments at all really in that game. Some slight adjustments at the second half. The defense, I felt like, was putting a little bit more pressure on Lamar. But other than that, once they went back to ground and pound, we had no answer. We had no answer. We were not – our tackling was terrible tonight. I mean, there was so much bad tonight. I honestly don't even know the good. I'm trying to think of it, or maybe I'll know more tomorrow, or maybe as we continue on this podcast tonight. But I mean, nobody showed up tonight. I mean, I'll be honest with you, nobody. Tyler Bass, even terrible. By the way,
okay,
Ravens.
I need to hit on this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
Calling us frauds over one game, pump the brakes, brother. Bro. It was a bad game. We were in your house. You guys obviously needed it more than we did, and it showed. You guys played with more intensity. You guys took us down the woodshed and spanked our asses. It happens.
And we can
but
go
to
down
call
that
someone
road,
fraud over one game, you can move on to another chat if that's how you're going to be tonight.
And you're usually cool, bro, but we ain't. You should know better, man. We are two real good teams. I wouldn't listen. I gave you guys a respect even coming in. You guys are a good team. I just felt like your offensive line was banged up. We could have done better. But listen, man, you guys have a hell of a coach. You have a hell of a quarterback. You have a hell of a running back. Your defense was super physical tonight, and a win is a win. And we're not putting up excuses tonight. We're just telling you the reality of it. You guys bullied us around, but we'll be back. We're not a bad team. We're 3-1. And you can't call us a fraud, bro. You can't call us a fraud because, by the way, we heard that over the last 4 seasons.
Yeah.
You don't think we heard that before? And you don't think your team has heard that before?
Yeah.
I'm just putting that out there. Go ahead.
Matt Chatter comes in and says, I thought Josh was due for one of his every 4 games. I'm not sure I put this one on Josh. The dude ran for his life the entire game. I don't know what happened to our offense. Like, all of a sudden, we stopped using motion. We had no misdirection. Brady came in with some whack-ass game plan that allowed the Ravens to dictate to us.
Yeah, it was
I've never seen so many free runners on Josh. And like even his rookie year, there wasn't that many free runners.
Yeah, he had no time. 0 time. The offensive line was piss poor tonight. Everybody on that offensive line. I'm telling you, when I'm telling you nobody showed up tonight, Mikey, nobody showed up. Even our punt returner, kick returner, who I have been raving about, even he almost cost us on a fumble and luckily bounced on it. Nobody showed up tonight. Bass was terrible, missed that field goal, which would have helped, put some points on the board. Way off.
Drops.
Oh,
Sophia
dude.
called it. So many drops tonight.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Like, because I was talking to Mike from Nickel City as well, like during the game. He's like, oh, that Derrick Henry was like just the start of, like, it started it, right? I don't think so. You know what I think started it? The Kincaid drop on the first series.
Yeah.
I thought we were moving the ball well. It was a manageable third down. It would have put us in Baltimore's territory, crossed in the 50, and he fucking dropped the ball, bro. Because if we go down there and score, we set the momentum of the game, right? Score a touchdown there, we're up 7-0. I'm just saying, like, right? And instead, Kincaid drops it, we punt it, they come down, 87-yard run. Yeah, I mean, just like that, boom, on a drop pass. Terrible.
Tim X comes in. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, guys,
Thank
I blame this on the coaching and the overall game planning more than any particular player. Yeah, I mean, granted, the coaches can't make the players execute. They didn't make Kincaid drop it. They didn't make Coleman drop it. They, like they can't get the separation from the defenders. But the game plan was hot garbage.
Oh,
like there was zero motion. There was zero, like it was either a 2-yard route or it was a 30-yard route, and there was nothing in between.
Yeah, it was nothing that we saw in the first 3 weeks, guys. That I don't know what that was. That offensive game plan. I'm telling you, I told Mikey during the game, I really felt like, not that I mean, he's been in big moments, Joe Brady, but I almost felt like this particular game, maybe he overthought it, and that's what happens sometimes on young coaches, or maybe just maybe he was playing it safer than usual, and he went away from things he didn't want to do because playing a Ravens defense. Maybe he just overthought. I don't know. But that's something McDermott does, Mikey. And McDermott does it a lot on certain teams that we play. He seems to, this happens. We crumple. And I think the defensive coordinator crumpled tonight. Bobby Babish didn't do well. Joe Brady didn't do well. McDermott didn't do well. Nobody did well tonight. Nobody. It was
utter
bad.
Failure across the entire organization.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we just did not come to play. We're luckily Josh Allen didn't get hurt, guys, by the way, too. Like, do you see how bad Mitch Trubisky is? I mean, he almost threw a pick six right away. Right away, dude. Like, we'd be lucky to win 2 games with that dude. I mean, he's so bad. Like, so bad. Last thing we need is Josh Allen getting hurt.
Seriously, the one touchdown we got was because Josh Allen ran around and, pulled something out of his ass.
Pulled something out. I mean, he must have pumped that ball 3 times. And, I mean, at the last second before going out of bounds, threw an unbelievable pass. I mean, he is an unbelievable player. Josh Allen is that dude, but you can't. It's a team game, Mikey.
Yeah.
It's a team game. You got to have it.
Yeah. Randy comes in and says both lines were just manhandled for the most of the game. Can't expect DBs and safeties to stop Henry full speed. Well, here's the part of the problem. And this is why I didn't understand why the Bills didn't do any of the motions. What the Ravens offense coordinator did was masterful tonight. He would run motion, and the entire Bills line would shift. And then they'd run misdirection, and Henry was one-on-one. The guys would be out of their gaps, and Henry would have one guy to beat. And it's usually a corner or a safety. It was just like he was masterful tonight, and we never adjusted until the second half. And then that only worked for the third quarter. Then they adjusted back and kicked our ass. Yeah. Mac Holland turned into a pumpkin tonight, man.
Yeah, he
had a bad game.
He went the wrong direction at one point on a play. I think I'm telling you, nobody.
Josh Allen's overrated. He's not that good. Okay.
Yeah, that's about the dumbest comment of the night. But thank you for the dumb comment of the night. I should have an award for that dumb comment of the night. You got it though. I don't think anybody can top that. No offense to you, man. I don't know who you are, but you definitely got that award tonight.
We're gonna be fine. We will be. Listen, it's just one game. Got to flush it. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you got to flush the game and move on and regroup. It's 1 of 17.
Yeah. No. I
mean, we lost. You guys have to remember, we lost to the Urban Meyer Jags before.
Yeah.
I've seen us lose.
You know what, too, man? I got to say, too, man, we're undersized on defense. We're still undersized.
We always are.
Yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem when you're going against
Derrick Henry.
Against teams that could bully you around like that play physical. That have a physical team like that. It's gonna get you every time. I hope. I don't know. I hope you don't run into that issue again. But we're going to see the Ravens again in the future.
Yep.
I mean, it's going to happen. I just don't know how we answer. By the way, real quick before you go on, I gotta say the Ravens didn't do anything spectacular tonight on offense, guys. Like they didn't do anything that we haven't been doing the first 3 weeks. A lot of motion, quick passes to the running backs or to the receivers. They weren't really doing anything that was unreal. But we had no answer for it. They bullied us around. So listen, they played a good game. They executed well. And that's something we were doing the first 3 weeks, and we didn't do it this week. And now those are just facts. Go ahead, Mikey.
Steve comes in and says, this is how you beat the Bills, who won't come out of nickel zone. The blueprint's out. I don't think there's other teams out there that can do what the Ravens do. There might be one or two teams out there that can do what the Ravens did tonight to us. Also, Cam Lewis was horrible tonight. He could not, he missed probably 6 tackles that would have put him in 4th down. And when you're a nickel guy, because Teron Johnson doesn't miss those tackles. When your nickel's missing those tackles, it's going to be a long night.
Yeah. And real quick, too, back to the Ravens. This offseason, when they signed Derrick Henry, I told you, Mikey, it's going to be a dangerous team because what do you do on those RPOs? What do you do when you got to watch Lamar and you got to watch Derrick Henry? And they even got a decent backup. I forget his name. He's not even bad either. They're running back the second RB2. That's a very tough team to defend. And I knew it when they signed him. I said that, man, they're going to do a lot of – they're gonna really mess up a lot of defenses because you don't know who's getting the ball. And man, they did that a couple times tonight.
We have another one that's worth comment of the night.
Yeah,
I'm glad you guys witnessed this. I told you no receivers, no secondary. Good luck on the rebuild. We're 3-1. What the hell are you talking about rebuild?
Right, you're right.
We lost the game.
And by the way, I guess you're a Ravens fan. What have you done lately? Like, just a heads up. You act like you have accomplished so much over the past years. Listen, you're a good team. You played really good tonight. One thing I'm gonna tell you real quick. Anyone that's on this channel right now that is a Texans fan, even if we would have won tonight, we don't. Me and Mikey, we don't bash other teams. We don't go to other. That's not what we do here. We are very humble. And win or losses, like this is the way we go. And I expect that too from a lot, from people that come on the chat. Now you can come on here and say, hey man, our Ravens look good. We fucking manhandled you. We'll take that because that's the truth. Y'all manhandled us tonight. You bullied us. But comments like Josh Allen sucks. He's like he's overrated.
You're going to be in a rebuild.
Yeah, you're rebuild mode. Come on, man. Guys, stop, man. Like that's that. Then you don't watch football. I won't take you serious because we're a good team. We just had a bad game, and you guys were a better team tonight. Those are just facts. But once again, look in the mirror, man. You guys have not. If you really want to talk facts, you guys haven't done much either, and you're 2-2. So calm down, pump the brakes. I know you're feeling good right now, but it's a long season. It's a marathon.
As you should.
Yep.
Feel good tonight.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Robert comes in and says, "This looked like the Dorsey's offense." I was telling you that during the game. This looks so much like Dorsey's offense. There was nothing. This was so vanilla tonight. I was so disappointed in what we looked like tonight.
Absolutely. It was vanilla.
Coaching was terrible. And there's a lot of people in here talking about, the Chiefs going to 4-0 and teams like these. Listen, the Chiefs are different. If your measurement is the Chiefs, who is a dynasty right now, you need, we don't have Andy Reid. No. Say what you want about Sean McDermott. He's a good defensive guy. He's not Andy Reid.
No, nowhere near it. Not even close. It's not even sniffing it.
So,
right?
We don't have a Chris Jones who wrecks the game when you need him to wreck the game.
Right.
We don't.
No.
Like I like our D line, you know, but we don't have the Chris Jones.
And I'm not trying to make excuses real quick. So this is not an excuse, Mikey, but I do want to point this out. Missing our linebackers, and I told you guys this last week actually with a win. I think I talked about this. We need our guys back because we can't. I don't think these guys can play at that level they've been playing at. And I was being real. Moving forward all season long, we need our star linebackers back. And you got to be realistic here. It's been great. They filled in wonderful, but the reality is you're missing Pro Bowl, all pro type players that are hurt. So we need those guys back. Teron Johnson, guys, Cam Lewis been doing great. Not over the last 2 games, right? I'm just throwing that out there. You don't think Teron would have made a little bit of a difference tonight? You don't think Bernard would have played better than Spector? Of course. But I'm not using the injuries as excuses. I'm just telling you that things are going to probably get better as these players return. I don't think our defense is going to be that lackluster as it was tonight. But yeah, we need these guys back. And luckily for us, a few of them are coming back soon. So
and we lost Rapp tonight. Concussion.
Yeah, and we lost. Yeah, that hurts.
Although I thought Bishop played fine.
I did too. I didn't see any total fall off from that position when he came in.
I didn't either. Justin comes in with the super chat. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
I say every week we need to get rid of Bass. I would love to get rid of Bass, but what's out there isn't better than Bass. I don't know if you watched football today, but there was so many bad kickers. Like the Jets kicker lost the game because he missed one.
Yeah.
You know?
Real quick, I just want to say something. Randy. Yeah, man. Lost my mom a few weeks ago. I see that you lost your mom last night. I my condolences to you. It's never easy. And I'll be praying for you, brother. It's never easy.
Man. So having that and then watching this.
Yeah. That's rough.
I'm so sorry, Randy.
Yeah, man. I hope you get through that, man.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, man.
Here's the problem, guys. There is no trade for D-Hop or Devontae coming in. We don't have the cash for it.
Nope.
It ain't happening.
I mean, we might do maybe a trade at the trade deadline, but I don't think it's going to be anything. It's going to knock you down, knock us out, wow us or anything. It just is not going to happen, guys. Like this is the team, and I'm not, once again, I want to say this. We're 3-1. I like this team still. I don't think this is time to hit the panic button. Like some of you guys are hitting the panic button right now and you shouldn't. We're 3-1. We lost against a good team. This wasn't the Jaguars we lost against. We're like, oh, man, fuck it. Lost against a bad team like the Jags, right? We lost against a very good team in their home stadium.
Who needed the win. Like you have to remember, they were going to go to 1-3 if they lost.
Right. Yeah.
That, they came out ready for the fight. They brought the fight like I thought the Jags were going to bring the fight to us last week.
Yeah.
Like that's what I expected. Like, they were desperate. They needed it. They did not want to go to 1-3.
Yeah. I mean, look around the league too. Look at the Jets. They lost to Denver. I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. It's any given Sunday. There's teams today that lost that shouldn't have lost. There's teams that were in games that were close that shouldn't have been. Houston almost lost to the Jags.
I don't know if the Bengals will beat the Ravens next week, man. The Bengals have not looked good.
No,
if the Ravens play anything like they did tonight, like they're starting to get that run game going. If the Ravens are dangerous with that run game.
And their offensive line's banged up. Imagine when their offensive line gets healed.
Although their backup guard played better than their starting guard tonight.
Yeah. I agree, but
because Voorhees has not played well.
No, he hasn't.
Up to this point. And that dude tonight played awesome. And it could have just been the lack that the Bills sucked tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there are times our D tackles disappear, and he may look bad next week. But tonight you got to give him a tip your cap. They whipped our ass.
I don't see the Bengals beating the Ravens next week unless something crazy happens and the Ravens just I don't know, just blow it. I don't see that happening. I would, if I was a betting man, I would think the Ravens would control that game on the ground.
Yeah, Lamar's been playing his ass off. You know, like Lamar played a super smart, efficient game tonight. Like, you know, people talk down on Lamar, and I don't know why. He has won 2 MVPs, and he's coming off an MVP season. You know, the dude played his ass off tonight. He did everything he needed to do to win the game. Like, was Lamar special? No, he didn't have to be when you get 200 yards from Derrick Henry.
Yeah, he didn't have to be.
But he did everything he was supposed to do.
But he was efficient. He was efficient.
Yeah, and his coordinator put him in great positions.
Yep. He had the fumble. You know, you don't ever want to lose a fumble like that. I mean, that was really the only bad play on Lamar all night, I'll be honest with you, that I saw. Other than that, I thought he played a really efficient game. He went with the game plan. He didn't do anything that was crazy.
Yeah.
You know, he honestly, he played like Josh Allen did the first 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Which was, you know, just don't put the ball in harm's way, make smart plays when needed, you know, and he did.
And throw to the open guy. And
throw the open guy,
and his coordinator had open guys all day long.
Yeah. No, Sophia, I saw Von Miller out there.
Yeah, Von played a ton. Here's the problem. None of our, you know, defensive line did anything tonight.
We got home in the second half to start the second half a little bit.
But it was like blitzes, right?
We were getting home a little bit. That's why I said, like, I felt like we adjusted coming out of halftime, and I thought we did it really well. The problem was that trick play, Mikey. It totally killed the momentum. It just totally, like, why do that there? Because, Mikey, we go down and score on that drive. We're right in the game, in the momentum. The building is losing the air, right? I mean, like the fans aren't as loud, like. And that play, that turnover was huge. It was that was it. That was the nail in the coffin.
Completely killed it.
That was it. That was it.
Josh Allen said they were a buzzsaw tonight. They just kicked our butt. And you know what? That's probably the only thing that he could say, because that if anybody who watched that game knows, there, like, Derrick Henry fumbled and they recovered it. Like, even when we did something good, we couldn't. Like, the bounces didn't go our way tonight. Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, absolutely. And they just listen. Sometimes you got to tip your cap to the opposition. And the Ravens were a better team tonight. That doesn't mean they're a better team overall, or they're the juggernauts, or watch out the Super Bowl. Like, people got. I keep telling people, man. Even when we were 3-0, I told you guys last week, let's calm down. Like, there's going to be games. Right. There's going to be games where we might look bad, like, or we lose. Like, it's the NFL, man. It's tough to get a win. I don't care who you go against. Like, that's just the way it works. And tonight wasn't our night, and we did not come prepared. And that happens. I think that happens unless you're the Chiefs, because the Chiefs seem to be prepared. Even when they're not, they somehow get back.
Well, their defense is always there. Their offense wasn't what kept them in the game. Their defense kept them in the game.
Yeah. You know, but they still make plays. They still figure a way to get the job done, is my point.
The defense keeps them in, and their offense wins it at the end.
Yeah.
Our defense just was a leaky faucet from play one tonight. And people were asking about why didn't we run the ball? We couldn't. We got down so big tonight, we couldn't run. And then and
they're
then it became
defense, though.
Yeah, they're running good run defense anyways. But then when we went to throw, you know, they brought everyone on the line of scrimmage, and our offensive line got confused and couldn't figure out who was coming, and gave free runners all night long. And the crazy part is they never shot middle blitz. It was always from the outside, and our tackles never picked them up.
Never. It was brutal.
Never picked them up.
It was brutal. And once you play like that, one-dimensional, start getting one-dimensional, because they know you're not going to run, or when you run, it's not going to go anywhere. Boy, that really can hurt your offense. And James Cook, I've been telling you guys this. Like, I like him.
He was fine tonight.
He was fine, but I get it. But I'm just saying, he is not that physical type running back where when the offensive line is not run blocking well, he's not going to be breaking tackles for. Yeah, he's not going to be running between the tackles like crazy.
Ray Davis wasn't any better.
No, but I don't think Ray Davis. I still want to. I don't consider Ray Davis as big back. Ray Davis is bigger than James Cook, but he's not that overpowering running back.
And neither is Ty Johnson.
I still feel Ty Johnson isn't either. Ty Johnson's more speed than anything.
Yeah,
So I just,
Will comes in and says, we lost to the Raiders, Raven fan here, any given Sunday. And really
absolutely,
it is.
Will. Thank you, Will. Like that. See, now that is what I'm talking about. Being humble, it takes you a long way. Thank you, Will, because I appreciate that, because that's how it is. And you are right. Any given motherfucking Sunday, a team can whip your team's ass, even if there are have no wins. They can just come to play, and we've had that happen, by the way. It's not like this is the first time. We've played bad teams and got our ass whipped. I'm just saying it. Ravens are.
We lost to Urban Meyer. That tells you everything you need to know.
Exactly.
Mo comes in and says Bills went into the game scared to run it. I don't think they went into the game scared to run it. Here's the thing: the Ravens have a good run defense.
Yeah,
and they kicked our offensive line's ass, both in the run defense and the pass defense. Our offense couldn't do shit tonight.
But that is why, Mikey, I think this points back to Joe Brady. Because if you're going into that game, your game plan, right? You know what the Ravens, what they're good at, what they're bad at on defense, right? You know that, right? You need to come better prepared. And I don't think he came prepared at all. I mean, no motions, no nothing. I mean, and then he tried to do a trick play on top of it. When he couldn't even get the basics down.
Like when we finally got something going with the basics. And I'm gonna pull up the all 22 because I want to see. Josh was trying to throw it to someone. I wonder if somebody was wide open.
I said that's what I told you. I texted you because I'm very curious because they never showed that. And I am because it looked like he was about to unleash like a deep ball. Yeah.
Yep.
So I am very curious if there was a guy open. Mind you, I still didn't like the play. Now, if it worked out, me and Mikey would have been like, fucking Joe Brady. But
no. I would have been. We got lucky there because that's not the time to call that. Not only that, but we ran it to the short side of the field.
It was, you know what though, the play was blown up from the beginning in a way.
Samuel never should have pitched the ball to Josh.
I feel like at that time he should have known the play was blown up when the guy went in the backfield that quick.
Yeah,
he should have just said, "Fuck it, I'll take the L or try to escape." Yeah, and get something out of it. You're
Steph Diggs did that today. He went to throw it, it wasn't there. He reverse pivot and ran it in for a touchdown.
That's the smart. See that, but that's the veteran. But Kurt Samuel's a veteran. He should have known better. You got to know better on that, man.
God, I'm so bad.
No, I think it's his fingers. I think it's his fingers.
He was handing the ball off with his left tonight.
Yeah,
for the first time in a few weeks.
Yeah.
So I think he must be feeling better.
If you see the two fingers too, they're taped together. It usually indicates that your fingers are broken.
Yeah, as long as you have Josh Allen, you have a chance to go all the way. Just give him some time. You had none tonight. And that's really what it came down to. Our scheme tonight, our game plan was hot garbage, and it played right into the Ravens' hands, and they just kicked our ass.
Oh, dude. Absolutely. I just like I said, man, from the get-go, I felt like we were bullied. We were bullied on both sides of the ball, and we really had no answer for the most part for the Ravens. And that is, you got to tip, like I said, tip your cap to the Ravens coaching staff, to the players who executed. We got bullied. There's no other way around it, Mikey.
Yeah. Steve's right. It could have been a whole lot worse. I mean, at least we were 3-0 going into this game. It's one loss. We're 3-1.
Absolutely. Yeah. And the Jets lost today.
Yeah. Amy comes in as a Jets fan. Says, hey, Jets fan here who just saw us lose to a team who had 60 yards passing. The Bills still have the team the rest of us in the East know we have to deal with in January. It's one night. It's going to happen. You know, we just back-to-back weeks. We were on the other side last week.
Yeah.
You know,
and by the way, Amy, the Jets are a good team. Like, your defense did enough, clearly.
The offense just couldn't get it going.
Couldn't get it going. And it happens sometimes too.
Yeah.
Bad conditions, balls coming out a little sloppy, players are dropping. Like all that sometimes doesn't help. And it is what it is. One play here, one play there. And before you know it, you're losing to a bad team. But I don't think the Jets are like, because they lost to the Denver, like they're out of it. Like they're still in it. There's a long ass season. They're a good defense. They got a Hall of Fame quarterback. So I think the Jets are still looking good. I would say if I'm a fan right now, Mikey, the only team in the East side, like if I'm a fan that I'm concerned about is the Dolphins. Like if I'm a Dolphin fan, because of the Tua situation, He's not coming back for a while. You have no idea what the Huntley, if he's going to be any better this week. If they lose to Tennessee, they are in real trouble. So, yeah, I would be concerned. That's the only team right now I would say maybe if that's my team, I'd be a little concerned, even though it's still early in the season.
Yeah. Oh, I would be concerned if I'm the Jags, who are 0-4 now.
Yeah,
that lost on the last play.
You're right. The Jags are, but I'm talking about the East. I'm starting with just strictly. But you are right. The Jags are.
They played better today, but man, they lost on that last play. Will comes in and says this is the reason us Ravens went and got Henry, because we got tired of teams going sub package loading the box versus Lamar without paying the price. Listen, when you guys got Henry, me and both Tommy were like shit.
that's
because we wanted to do the same thing that you guys are doing, but we wanted to put Henry next to Josh Allen.
Dude, I want it. Will, you have no idea how much I was telling everyone. I don't give a fuck what you got to do. I thought the price would be right. I don't think you guys overpaid at all. You guys got a really good deal for a really good running back who has still a lot in the tank. He's going to give you at least 2 years of really good football, in my opinion. And I just knew it. I knew it. And that's why I wanted Derrick Henry. That's why I wanted Derrick Henry on this team, because people were telling me earlier pregame, he's not fit for this offense. Like, he's fit for any offense. What are you talking about? It's Derrick fucking Henry. That dude is a one-on-one, like Mikey likes to say. And that's true. Go ahead, Mikey.
Mm-hmm. Sophia comes in and says, check the team stats, Tommy. Vaughn isn't on him. He had snaps. Yeah. He just didn't register anything.
Exactly. He was out there.
Yeah. He just didn't do anything.
Right. You didn't earn a stat check.
McDermott got completely outcoached and then moped on the sideline the entire time. Still dealing with penalties. Guy's still struggling, tackling an open field. McDermott is annoying. There's no defense to that. It is what it is.
Right.
It was facts tonight. That's exactly what happened.
This is a reason why we keep going back to we like McDermott. Yeah, we like him. But he's good, but he has issues on certain things, like these type of games.
Good teams.
Events
we
very
see in the
good.
playoffs.
Yeah.
This is the type of shit that happens to us.
He's beaten the Ravens before, right? But he's also struggled against Derrick Henry, right? Like, he has no answer. Anytime we play Derrick Henry, he wrecks us. Now, mind you, Derrick Henry wrecks a lot of people. I'm not.
Yeah.
So that's a tough one to.
I wish Derrick Henry wasn't born.
Yeah, I know.
I just wish he played for us.
Yeah. One can dream.
Dude, this guy pays millions to be that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a beast. He is an absolute dog, man. Like,
God, he's so good.
That was a great, and bro, he is fast, bro. Like, you wouldn't think a guy like that, right? Like,
he ran over. He ran through the D line, ran over the linebacker, then outran the secondary.
Right. It's guys that are like 100 pounds lighter than him, right? They still can't catch up. That dude he's a freak, man. He is a freak. Yeah, well, tomorrow this is a worry.
He had a bad game. He had a bad game today.
Yeah, it's a concern I had.
They all had a bad game today.
Yeah, it's a concern I had with DeMar going into the season. Like, was a game like tonight. However, he's played pretty good up until this point. So I'm not going to totally bash him yet. Now, if this continues, they're going to really have to think about what they're going to do there at that safety position. But it's one game that he's played. This was his bad performance, right? And I think this is a bad performance on a lot of people. Yeah. So you're not going to just say, "Oh, no more Joe Brady talk." Time to get a new OC. Like, we're not there yet, right? Like, let's lick
our wounds.
Some of these guys. Yeah,
let's lick our wounds, regroup, get ready for Houston next week.
Yeah.
We all know Bean isn't paying $8 million for a running back. And then or he comes in and says the best thing was Tommy shutting down people who said Henry wouldn't be good for the Bills.
Yeah, that was earlier. I tried to tell you. I was my pregame. I'm like, you guys are you insane? You lost your mind?
Oh, that first one, that was definitely Rasul Douglas, who decided to take the outside rather than filling the hole.
Yeah, we were out of position too. I gotta say, all night
because they kept running that motion. We went with the motion, and they ran misdirection. It's why I didn't understand. We never once did that. We never once dictated to the Ravens. We let the Ravens dictate to us all night long of how we were going to play offense.
Yeah, it was
so different. We run 80% motion throughout this year so far. And I'm guessing we ran motion maybe 5 times tonight.
It wasn't much. I don't recall much at all. Like I
imagine we did a little bit, but
no,
I didn't see much.
Some, but I don't think there was. But there wasn't a lot. There wasn't what we've been doing. I like I said, man, I felt like this game plan was almost like keep it really safe and simple, and like
preseason game plan.
Yeah, it was so out of character of what we've been doing the first 3 weeks. Like I said, I almost feel like we were being extra cautious because of the Ravens. You don't want to turn the ball over, but yet he does a trick play. Like that's the mind-boggling whole thing of it, right? Like if you're playing it safe all night, what the hell was that? So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there.
Buffalo cheap, yes. Homeless cats wide left, yes.
yeah, my God.
But man, I would have felt we would win this game before the trick play. I thought we were getting back into the game. I didn't know if we'd win, but I felt like we were going to make it close. And then we pulled that weird ass random play out of nowhere.
I'll tell you what. Like at first I was like, I expected us to make some kind of comeback, Mikey, and at least pull the game somewhat. Like at least
because we don't normally get blown out.
We don't.
They're usually within one score.
Yeah, dude. Last year, I think we lost a total of 8 points. They said all our losses, like a total, right? Like it wasn't. That's crazy. Like we don't get blown out often, and look that atrocious.
We did.
So I thought for sure at some point of this game, we were gonna make a little run, and even if we didn't win, we at least come on here and go, "Whoa, what a second half effort!" Right? Like, boy, that was close, right? It's not the case at all. Like we tried, we had a little tiny baby run, and then we just shot ourselves in the foot again, and it just totally turned around everything. And that was that, folks. Like just like that. And like I said, no, Mikey, I really honestly, if you go back to the very first series, that Dalton Kincaid drop for me
killed us.
It's kind of what, and it's kind of how the whole game went. Like it was almost like, you know what I mean? Like I almost
because it was Kincaid drop, punt, right. 87-yard touchdown.
Yeah, it was just I'm telling you,
and it just kept on. It kept on. Like Holland stopping when Josh threw the deep ball. He just stopped the route.
What was that?
Then we come back and hit Keon in his chest, and he drops it. Like it was just one thing after another.
I do want to say something with the Keon Coleman though. He should have made that catch, no doubt about it. You can't get a better pass than that. However, Keon Coleman really stepped up after that. I felt like Keon Coleman played some pretty good football, made some really good catches, tough catches, contested catches. I got to give him his dues for that because he could have broke down mentally, made some more drops. But I thought he rebounded well.
He did.
I thought he rebounded well, and that says
he caught everything after that.
Yes, and tough catches. They weren't easy catches, by the way. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if there's some positive to take away from this game, I would say Keon Coleman because he could have
totally too. He bounced back and made a bunch of catches as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And Shakir also he still had a decent game, and he was playing hurt rest of the game. He hurt his ankle. Who knows if he would have had an even better game because he wasn't terrible tonight. 60-something yards, I think he had.
No way, 60-something yards.
Yeah, I think so. I think he did.
Josh only threw for 180.
62 he had.
4 receptions. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't as bad as you. Like, he actually had a decent game. You probably would have done better.
Half of those attempts, because Josh was 16 for 29, half of them was Josh throwing them away as he's running away.
You know what, too? It was the deep ball, the one that where he pump faked. That was like 40-yard pass. That was a big pass to him.
It was 52.
52. There you go. So there you go. And that was after his injury, by the way. That was when he came back in. So Khalil Shakir still playing at a high level, even with being banged up a little bit. Hopefully, guys, it's not so serious because we do need him. Like, we do need Khalil Shakir because we don't want to lose one of our main targets. But I was proud of Keon Coleman for for not letting that affect him. I guess is where I was going, Mike.
Mac, yeah. Mac Hollins, 6 targets, 1 catch for 5 yards.
Oh, he played
that was a Gabe Davis game if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, that was bad. That was really bad. Even in one part of the game, he had like a wrong route. He went left and he was going right, like Josh was going right. Like he looked like first time we just traded for him. He came on the first game first game in Buffalo. Like he looked kind of lost out there. I don't know what was going on there with him and Josh tonight, but they were not on the same page, man, at all.
Do you all think Kincaid's misused? I feel like he's capable of so much more than these dump off routes. Yeah, tonight was. I think he is. I don't understand how we're using him in general.
Yeah. Sometimes. With that.
I also didn't like how we ran offense tonight at all. Anyways, everything was either within 5 yards or it was 30 yards downfield. There was no intermediate stuff at all. There was no mesh concepts. There was nothing. Like it was just odd. I think we ran one crosser and then Humphrey made a nice play on the ball and broke it up. But other than that, like I didn't see anything.
And we can't run. We can't stop a fucking screen pass to a running back, and we don't know how to run a simple screen to run. Because guys, guess what? When they're bringing that heat, it would be a perfect time. There's no fucking screen pass and run back. But guess what? We can't do it well. We can't execute it, so we don't even run it. We don't even try it. Yeah, we don't even do it.
Yeah,
like that is unbelievable. This day and age, you don't know how to. Your team doesn't properly execute a screen pass. Can't do it.
And I don't know if it's an Allen thing.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is, but because
I feel like our offensive linemen are athletic enough to get to the outside and block. We have receivers that are like I don't get it. Why we can't run? We can't execute one. And we don't even try it now. I feel like we're like, it just doesn't.
We just run bubble screens to the receivers now.
To the receivers. That's it.
Yeah.
It's craziness, man. Like you got to figure that out, guys. And that's all McDermott, by the way. That is. He's the head coach. Like I'd be on my offensive coordinator. I'd be on my offensive line going, yo, how are we not running a simple ass screen? Why can't we figure this out? I've been on the coach of this team 8 years. What's going on?
Josh Allen has not been able to run a screen pass. Effective screen pass since we got.
I know. No, I don't recall one a year that like where it's like, wow, we really do those well.
No. And he couldn't down a punt that was right to him too. Like Mac Hollins just had a bad day. You know what I mean?
Oh, that was crazy. It was right there for him. I just sat there.
The Ravens exposed our defense lack of speed. I don't even want to say it's that. The Ravens matched up against us really well tonight, and the game plan that we had was not like we missed so many tackles that should have put them in 4th down. And we, on 3rd downs, they got it.
Oh,
3rd and 12, 3rd and 14, 3rd and 17, 2nd and 20, and we give up 11 or 14 yards, like because of missed tackles. We had so many missed tackles tonight.
Oh, so many. Cam Lewis.
Cam Lewis was bad tonight.
What are you doing, dude? It's right there.
So was Douglas. Douglas was bad tonight.
Oh, and he could not guard. He pass interference. Like he was bad tonight too.
Couldn't tackle, couldn't guard. Like it was just. It was a bad showing across the board. Our linebackers were getting pushed 10, 12, 13 yards back.
Yeah, I would say Dorian
played
okay tonight. Yeah,
Dorian played well.
I thought he was physical.
Outside of the one coverage snap where Justice just put him in a blender.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, he
touchdown.
did. Yeah. But Balin was not good tonight. Balin got exposed.
Was bad.
Tonight.
Balin was real bad tonight.
He got worked. That's why I keep telling you guys, like, we need our linebackers back. Like we need to get
our defensive line got used tonight.
Oh, second time we've gone against an offensive line that's banged up. And we're expecting our defensive line to get some push, right? Cause some havoc in the backfield. And it was the opposite. We got pushed. We got bullied. I don't get it. I really, it's mind-boggling at times. Like I don't understand it because Ed Oliver. I've seen better from Ed Oliver. I've seen better from Daquan Jones, and it's like, bro, you're going against a team that's banging up. Why are you playing so poorly? I don't. It's weird, man. I just felt like nobody came I feel like nobody came in this game prepared. Nobody.
Yeah. Not only that, but they were undisciplined. Smoot's 15-yard penalty for kneeing a dude in the face for no. What are we doing? We're getting smoked.
Yep. And you know what? That's a sign. That is a sign of you losing. Like of basically you're getting bullied around. Now you want to, take a cheap shot. Yeah. That's all that was. He was mad that they were fucking kicking our ass, and he wanted to take a cheap shot. That's what I mean. Kicking his ass,
and he hurt his team. Yeah. And McDermott didn't pull him off the field.
Nope.
His
odd
two-faced style when it comes to that, I will never understand.
Yeah, he should have been benched the whole quarter. Shouldn't even come back. I mean, you can't do that. Matter of fact, he could have hurt the guy. Could have gave the guy a concussion. You don't need somebody in the helmet. It's a last place.
When you're standing up and he's on the ground.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's terrible. Like
that's dirty.
That's dirty. Yeah, dirty, bro. And like I said, could have hurt the guy, bro. Like he could have gave him back a concussion or whatever. You don't do that. That's bush league shit, bro.
Texas will be tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Texas will be tough.
The Texans, but I will say this. So Texans are not playing very well, but they got the win tonight. I don't think this season's gone as planned for them. But they're still a very good team. But I don't think they're playing that good at the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I would say it is a perfect opponent for us right now because let's hopefully because the Ravens weren't playing bad. They were in some tough, close games. So I would say Houston right now is a perfect time to catch them because they're not playing at a high level right now. So hopefully we're pissed off. We go there and take care of business because we can't go to there playing like we did tonight because they will beat us. They will smoke us.
Will comes in with the super chat. Thank you, Will. We appreciate you being in the chat tonight and being a gracious winner. Great interaction with your chat community. See you guys in the playoffs as both of us try to dethrone Pat and Reed. Yeah.
Hey, Will, I appreciate you, bro. If you want to subscribe to the channel, man, go ahead and do that. I appreciate you, man. And man, stay humble. Yeah, stay humble, man.
And good luck the rest of the year.
Yep.
They don't have Henry, so the Bills have a chance. Yeah, they may have Mixon back though. They may have Mixon back.
And Mixon's a solid running back, no doubt about it.
I did find a little petty how the Ravens were trying to get Henry 200. Listen, they always do that type of stuff. That's just the way Harbaugh is. They did it in the preseason when they wanted to. They had like a long running thing in the preseason, and the other coaches get mad. Listen,
I don't think it's petty,
but both sides line up and get paid to play. You don't want him to get 200. Stop him.
Yeah.
And we did.
I'm with Mikey. I don't think it's petty. Like, I think it's a risky move.
It's very risky.
I think it's risky your guy getting hurt
when you're up 35.
Yeah, because the game's over. You need that guy. Like, he's a dynamic player. That there's a risk part of it, but I also understand the flip side of it. And if Derrick Henry wants to get that 200, and he's like, Coach, I want to stay. Okay, yeah. Like I'm okay with that. Like I'm totally okay. That's like like I hate when like a manager for a baseball team pulls this pitcher when he's on a no-hitter in the 7th or something. You know what I mean? Like, dude, let the guy. I know he's at 100 pitches, but he's at a fucking no-hitter. Right?
I wanted Henry go after another record. Like at that point, I didn't care if I liked Derrick Henry. I've always liked Derrick Henry.
I have no problem with him.
I love his work ethic. He's a great human. At the end of the day, if he got the 200, he got the 200. Am I happy that we stood up and said, no, we're not going to give you the 200? Yes. Right. Yeah. Let me take something away from this game. Our defense had some pride and said, you ain't getting 200 on us.
Right. Woo, woo. We showed you, Derrick Henry.
Like we had already pulled Josh. And really the only reason why we pulled Josh, right? The reason why we pulled Josh is because we got sick of him getting his ass kicked all night.
Oh my God. It was so brutal, man. I felt so. I told you at one point, I'm like, man, the only way we win this game is literally he's going to have to put his fucking Superman cape on. And he did. He had the one play. It was it was awesome. But you can't. But, dude, like, he was so beat up by that point. The offensive line was off. Offensive line was awful. Atrocious tonight.
Just know for the good, bad, and ugly, the offensive line gets the ugly.
Oh, dude, I don't know if there's much good either. I'm going to be honest with you. There's a few, but ain't a lot.
John Perry.
Yeah, John Perry. Woo!
We were 1 for 1 on the challenge. Yeah. John Perry is the good.
Yeah, I think he's like undefeated this year.
Our trainers were the good, keeping the guys on the field.
Yeah,
they were the good. Everything else was bad and ugly.
Yeah, we'll get that tomorrow, on Monday, tomorrow night.
So bad.
Man,
I don't even want to look at the stats, brother. I don't even want to look at the stats.
Yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. You know what was weird? The McGovern thing. Was that not strange to you?
Yeah. Like,
I did not understand what the NFL
upstairs
was doing.
official didn't clear him, but the on the field officials cleared him.
The guy that
it actually ended up costing us.
I know, on a very important play.
Yeah,
that should have been in there, and he should have been in there. He should have been allowed, because the guy down there looking at him is the guy that clears it. Once it was clear and he put his helmet on, because that's the rule. Once you're allowed to put your helmet back on, you're clear to go into the game.
Go back in, yeah.
And what the fuck? The refs took him.
and the refs didn't take him back. The upstairs spotters pulled him off.
Yeah, which was amazing.
And the refs were like, dude, I'm listening to upstairs. They told me I have to pull him out. I'm like, what do you want me to do? This is
right. Yeah, that was really odd. Really odd. And Taylor Rapp, by the way, I don't know how many games he's gonna miss, but boy, Derrick
Henry's thighs met Taylor Rapp's face.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
And Taylor Rapp doesn't come in soft.
No. So
like, he went full bore after him, textbook tackle, and he lost against Derrick Henry's thighs.
Right. Yeah, not good. Trubisky's terrible, Roy. You are right. I'm not gonna lie. Like, God forbid if we ever have to use him for a game or something. He is so fucking bad, bro. Yeah, 100% Mike White. I would totally be okay with that if he was up to speed with the playbook. And you figure by now he should be. He's been on the practice squad a while.
Too much money to cut him.
I don't give a shit. But we're also paying Bass too much money, and he's on that.
And we're also paying $31 million to have Diggs, score touchdowns for Houston. So
I get it. I just would not trust Trubisky at all. I'm not saying Mike White would be this unbelievable quarterback if he had to come in, but I would feel way more comfortable.
He's more of a gunslinger than Trubisky is.
And he's tougher.
Scared to throw it.
What happened to him? He was not, guys. I'm telling you, he was not that bad before. He's not great. He was never great, but he was never this bad, bro.
Whatever happened to him in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, fucked him up, bro. Really bad. Because he is, when he does make his decision, it's terrible. It's not bad.
It's slow.
Yeah, slow developing.
We have no idea what the hell that trick play was. It was a double pass, so it was a pass. He snapped it, he tosses it to Josh, and then Josh throws it downfield. But I have no idea what it was supposed to be, or who he was supposed to throw to, or if anybody was even open.
Unless he was planning on throwing it out of bounds, which I don't think so. The way his arm was going, there was definitely someone. Yeah, I'm not saying that guy was open. I definitely want to see the all 22 because there's somewhere he was going with it, and it wasn't out of bounds. So that was definitely a flea flicker, like 100%. That was the design, but it was blown up from the get. That's where you need to make the decision. And that's honestly on Josh too. Josh needs to feel that presence and just run or slide and just take it, to try to attempt that. But that's Josh. I'm not going to totally kill him on that.
I mean, we could say the same thing when he was going out of bounds and through that 54-yard one.
No, I get that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to kill him on it because
Samuel should have never flipped it to him.
Exactly. I think it starts with him. It was blowing up. He should have said, "Oh, fuck it." You know what I mean? Like, try to make something out of nothing at that point. Take, and we you know what? We still had another down to go. It would have been fine.
Right?
Right. But you didn't.
Throw it out of bounds.
Just take the loss on the tackle.
Even if you didn't want to, just toss it out of bounds.
Exactly. Because he could have. Absolutely.
My guess is someone was probably open down there and Josh was trying to get it off to him.
That's the only thing I could think of. That's why I can't wait. I really want to see if there was a guy open, or at least even a one-on-one. Like, even if there was a guy, let's say Keon Coleman was one-on-one and he was going to throw like a 50-50 ball. I still would have, by the way, I would have been fine with that. Still would have been fine with that. Because
now if there's double coverage down there and Josh is throwing it, then he just needs to toss it out of bounds.
Right, So we'll have to watch that 22 to see.
Well, not only that, but we ran it to the short side of the field. That made no sense to run that trick play where we ran it too.
Yeah, it was. I thought, like I said, man, I felt like it was just bad timing. Bad timing when things were going your way at that point, and you were still moving the ball down the field slowly. It wasn't pretty, but things were kind of going in your favor at that point. Why risk it there, man? When you're only down so many points at that point, you go to score a touchdown, and what we were down, we'd have been sound a touchdown, I think, at that point. If you scored.
It would have been in 20. No, I don't think it would have been that. It would have been 21-17. We were down 4.
Exactly. You're right. I mean, you're right there. Right there. Yep. Game momentum, everything. Air out the building, fans quiet. Like,
we fumble, they get it, they go right down the field, score, game over.
Game fucking over, dude. It was just like that. Just like that. Quick, boom, snap of the finger.
Yep.
That's on Joe Brady. And I think once again, though, I think this is a game where a lot of lessons will be learned. A lot of film will be watched. I think so. I think Joe Brady's a smart dude. He's gonna understand you can't do certain things like that. And I think now the thing, McDermott is a different story. McDermott's been doing this a while, and he still seems to be doing
encompassed the entire game for the Bills. Oh, look. Oh, it's blown up. Oh, crap. Josh has a chance to get it off. Oh, no, fumble. That was the entire game.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Like, oh, look. Josh makes a crazy play. We stop him. Great. He fumbled. Oh, we're driving. We have a chance. Nope, not fumble. Game over.
Game over. Just like that, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, God, that was bad.
It was, bro. That was brutal. I don't like I said, this takes me back to the Bengals game. I think it's the last game that I was like, ugh, like ugly. That was the last ugly game I can remember the Bills playing.
Will said, trust me, on a Ravens game chat, when Josh made that missile throw to get the touchdown, everything started getting real quiet in the chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Because y'all respect most real fans of NFL who's played, that's seen Josh Allen, understands, man, that dude is dangerous. He can throw the ball. He can create, something out of nothing. He's really, and anything can in the NFL too, Mike. You know this. Like,
we talked about last week.
Everything. Like, a shift, a fumble here, a big play, big stop there. Like, boom! Before you know it, you're right back in the game.
A bad pick.
Look at Green Bay today. They almost came back against Minnesota, and Minnesota was thrashing them. But look, one interception here, a little play back here, boom, you're right back in it. So
and I will say,
the opportunity.
I will say the Ravens offensive coordinator learned his lessons from last week. It's what I want Joe Brady to do. Last week they got conservative in the second half after being up big, and Dallas came back on them. Yep. They were up big after the first 2 drives, and they got that fumble. They put pedal to the metal and went for the jugular and got it.
Yeah,
he learned his lesson real quick.
Yeah, remember I was saying last week. That's why that's one thing I don't like really. Like put
McDermott does it a lot. He takes his foot off the gas.
I do not like that, dude. Like, I don't care if you're running up the score, bro. I don't care what people say, bro. If it's Bush League, whatever, dude. You listen. Teams can come back. Crazy things can happen in the NFL. Get that dub, man.
Me and Tommy both said the same thing. What the fuck is Josh doing split out? What are we doing?
I was like,
it's never a good sign when your playmaker is split out wide when he's the quarterback.
Dude, name the last time you saw that with Josh Allen split out. I would say
when we ran when we just hiked it to the running back and he took it up the middle.
Yeah,
that's the only time that happens.
It's been a while, dude. That I remember him.
Matter of fact, 2 games ago, he split out wide, and Samuel took that off tackle as a direct snap. This time he went to go off tackle, and he flipped it as a flea flicker. So it was off of that original play. Because remember he did it. Remember he did it in the at the goal line, and we hated it. We're like, what is he doing?
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. No, I don't. Look, man. Unless I don't mind that whole snap to the running back. What do they call that play, Mikey? The Dolphins used to do all the time.
Oh God,
I actually like it a lot. Teams don't really do it as much anymore. The dog or something like that.
No,
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Anyways, where the running back gets the ball off the from the center.
Wildcat.
Wildcat. I love that play. I still think that play works good. It's very tough to defend. I thought initially we were doing a wildcat, maybe like, I don't know,
with
Curtis
Samuel,
like just try something different. Yeah, like I would have even been okay if even lost a game. Like I would have been.
That was a dumb play call. I wouldn't have been pissed that we tried to run some fucking trick play off of it.
That was just a funky.
It was a bad timing. It was bad timing.
And they weren't even, bro. They weren't even fooled. Like they were in the back.
They weren't fooled of anything we did tonight. No. They knew everything we were going to do, and they kicked our ass.
Yeah, they absolutely did.
There was no fooling them. The only time we actually did anything is when Josh played Superman. Yeah, and he tried like all night long, but the Ravens
he tried. But listen, man. This is a team game. I always tell people, man. Like I hate when people are like the stupid idiot that was in here earlier. And if you're still here, I'm sorry you were. That was a dumbass comment about Josh Allen. Listen, this is a team game. You got to have all your team. Like one player fucks up, he could ruin the whole play. I don't care how great your quarterback is. Yep. Now, obviously, it helps if your quarterback's great. No doubt about it. Like when your quarterback is Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Burrow, like, yes.
They can play above the scheme, but
exactly.
Jesus.
I get that.
You can't give them free runners like that all night.
But when your team's just not, bro, when they're not doing their job, it makes it extremely tough for these guys to make something out of nothing. Like they're not magicians. Like I hate that narrative. It's like, oh, Josh can't win the big games. Like, oh, you think this isn't boxing. This isn't UFC. He's not golf. Right. This isn't one-on-one basketball. Like
we weren't losing the big games because of Josh.
Right.
That's for damn sure.
Like I hate that narrative. Like I can't stand it. And they've done that. And it's not just about Josh. They did it with everybody, right? Oh, this guy can't win the big game.
Elway couldn't win it.
Right. I mean, I'm
Peyton
just saying,
couldn't win it. Peyton was in his 30s before he finally won it.
Took him a long time. Absolutely. Yeah. But what they have to do? They had to build a really good team around him with protection, get the right weapons, get the right coaching.
A defense.
Right, have a defense. Don't get it twisted, guys. That fucking defense of the Denver Broncos was really why they won.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there. Now, the Colts, I felt like, was a
same with the Chiefs the last 2 years. The Chiefs are winning because of that defense now.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. Like, they're not wowing anyone on offense. Let's be real. This isn't the Chiefs of, 3 years ago.
Fantastic defense.
They're playing pretty balanced football.
Yeah,
to be honest with you, but I think
football.
Complimentary football. Yeah, I think their defense is really what the story is right now for why the Chiefs are in these games and winning these games.
They're giving Patrick Mahomes enough to go win it at the end.
Exactly. That's all you can ask for if you're a quarterback in the NFL. Absolutely. Like tonight, bro. I told you this at one point. Like. Our offense would have had to play perfect football tonight to even have a chance. Like that's the truth, because we gave up a shit ton of points on defense. We would have had to be perfect on offense, and this would have came down to the wire. And we did not play perfect on offense. Matter of fact, we played terrible on offense. So
tip your cap to the defensive game plan.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. I tip my cap to their whole coaching staff, to their offense, to the defense, their players, the special teams. Mm-hmm. They came to play football. We did not, and we got bullied around. Good news. Coleman and Shakir. Yeah, I'll give Coleman. Like I said, man, I almost was mad at Coleman. Boy, I was ready to come on here and be like,
because Josh made the throw tonight, hit him in the freaking chest, just like he did with Diggs and Davis a lot.
Yeah. But he came through. He did come through at the end, so I'll give him his dues. He made some really tough catches.
Yeah, the game plan was not good. Now, don't get me wrong. Losing Milano, Bernard, and Tron is bad as it is.
It's very tough.
It was always going to be tough with that offense. Yeah. You know what I mean? We to run the game plan that we want to run. But the inability to adjust through the entire first half and be willing to make the adjustments is what was frustrating me.
Yeah, like I feel like, look, man.
We never played downhill.
Let's say we played them and we had all our starters in there, right? Just hypothetically. I still don't know if the results would be. They might not have been as bad, but we're not a physical big team to play against a team that's physical like the Ravens with that type of running back and Derrick Henry. Matter of fact, go back to the Titans games, guys. Let's take a trip down memory fucking lane when we played the Titans. And what do? They fucking ran the fucking ball, played smash mouth, and Derrick Henry did what? Oh, that's right. He did the same fucking shit. There's no difference. The only difference is they got fucking Lamar Jackson, who's a way better quarterback than Ryan fucking Tannehill. So I'm just saying we don't play good against physical offenses, smash mouth type offenses. We never have. Go back in time, guys. I'm telling you, look at the Bengals game. Look at the fucking Philadelphia Eagles when they came to our home and play physical football. We have no answer when it comes to a team that wants to play ground and pound football. We don't.
Yeah.
We haven't. And that's because we keep drafting guys that are undersized, and they just can't take. They can't stop these bigger backs. Oh, he's gonna say he's terrible. This team. Yeah, you see it. Here's the real Bills.
Blah blah. I don't listen to Chris. I don't listen to Chris Sims.
Oh,
he's so wishy-washy.
Yeah, phony baloney.
You know, they're all good. Just be prepared. All of them are going to crap on the Bills this week.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, so
they're frauds.
Yeah, but I also told you guys, I told you last week though. Don't listen to the national media either because you're going to hear kiss asses, right? Oh, the Bills, number one in power rankings. Like they're the team beat. Like, don't even listen. It's a long season, guys. Don't buy into the hype. Sometimes don't listen to the crap. Just know what you know. You're watching what we see. It was a bad game. We're 3-1. That's the good news. We're still first in the AFC East. The Jets aren't playing so great either. The Dolphins have their own issues. The Patriots certainly have their own issues. We'll be fine. But we got to rebound next week. We got to get a dub. We got to get this thing back on track. But I'm not concerned. Like, I'm not overly concerned yet at all. It's way too early. Yeah, Milano's
I don't think Milano was the missing piece. I think Teron was the missing piece.
I agree with
he allows us to play in
guarding the linebacker, guarding the tight ends too, though. I also think Milano wouldn't be so much out of place as Spector. I also think Milano's a better tackler than Balin Spector. He's a little bit more physical, at least in my eyes, but. I agree with you. I think Teron's a bigger piece right now than Milano missing. But man, it don't matter. Missing guys like that are Pro Bowl, all pro type players is never good. So we need these guys back for sure.
Yeah. So all right.
We guys.
Talked about an hour 10 on this.
We did. Yeah, rough, and we'll be right back tomorrow to talk about this crappy game. And we'll break it down a little bit more. Look at stats and all that other crap, but it's not going to be any much more different. Just a little bit more in depth on the stats. So join us tomorrow, 9 p.m. Right here, Mafia Sports Report. And guys, sorry for the loss. I wish we could have been on here. Happy.
No victory Monday this time.
No victory Monday tomorrow. But it is what it is, man. We're 3-1. That's the good news still. We're still number one in the AFC East. That's good news. And
thanks, Will. Have a good one, brother.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. And Bills Mafia, we love you. Everyone that was in the chat tonight, we appreciate you guys rocking with us as usual. Until next time, till tomorrow. Go Bills. We're out of here. Peace.
Go Bills.